Hello again and welcome to yet another episode of Stacking Sunday. So today we're going to look at some data on a hard drive which I filled with stuff that I did in 2023, but I didn't get to stack everything yet. So this series is about finding out what is there yet to be stacked. Last week we stacked some data from what was that object again? Oh yeah, this Sol Nebula. And this time let's look on my screen so you will see it there. It is the turn of something called the Witch Head Nebula. And the Witch Head Nebula is an object that I don't really recall shooting often. I don't have any. I don't have any of any images of it on my social media because I never got to processing something shareable. So I'm really curious if this data was any good. So let's see, what do we have here actually? So it was with the William Optics GT81, which is a nice scope with a wide field of view. The 17th of January, I did this in LRGB. Okay, so there's not much data here. Probably because this object is really low on my horizon and there's not the big opportunity of shooting it. Let's see what that data looks like. Yeah, you hardly see anything. But yeah, it was also a bit cloudy or something. I see some, I think it is clouds moving through the field of view. Well, without further ado, let's see if we can make anything out of it. I see some luminance data here, so let's start with that first. I'll just drag it into my conversion tab. If you've seen my previous episodes in this series, then you already know that I'm doing all kinds of shortcuts. This is not a tutorial of any kind. It is just a way of having me show the stuff I do. You can look over my shoulder. By the way, don't look over my shoulder because I didn't put up my nice image here, so all that mess is still visible now. Sorry. So this is the Witch in luminance. Let's convert it. There we go. And where? Here is it. Let's also do the same thing for red. I didn't do any green, for instance. Blue, I see. Well, it makes sense then to stack the red and the green. You know, I'm going to leave that out. I guess this will be a quick video. So let's go into calibrating this this data. So I will have to look up not the dark because I'm the shortcut guy with the ASI 2600, not doing any darks. And no, this is not a video that says that you need to take all these shortcuts. It works for me. I don't really mind. So yeah, I just do it. And so this was luminance data. My last luminance was the 18th of January. Okay, all of this is okay. So I'm going to calibrate it. Let's see if the auto stretch shows anything. I think I see something here. Not entirely sure. Let's register it. take some time. Yeah, as I mentioned, I didn't really shoot this target a lot, partly because it's really low on my skies. If you don't know, the Witch Head Nebula is found just to the bottom right of Orion. So there's this. It's like a. What's the name? I wanted to say sandwalker, but that's a pretty literal translation of zandloper, which is the Dutch word for an hourglass. Yeah, while saying it, I just thought of the word. So Orion is like this hourglass shape, and on the bottom right, that star is the star Rigel. I think it's pronounced Rigel or something. Star names and their pronunciations is somewhat of a issue. But just to the right of that star is the Witch Head Nebula, which is a very nice cloudy wispy shape. It's only imageable. I'm making up words, I feel. You can only image this during a new moon. If you, by the way, shoot this in LRGB as I did. And it doesn't really make sense also to shoot this in any other filter combinations, I think, because this is typically a kind of gas in space that is not emitting light in a certain wavelength or something. It's just dust that is being illuminated by nearby stars, and I think particularly by Rigel. I talk a lot. Sorry. Siril was done with the registration. Let's see what the plot says. Doesn't really look good, but I don't have this much data, so I'm going to just stack it all and see what we can make out of it. And rejection stacking in progress, and it is done. So we have 10 images, and I don't really see that much yet. Let's see what the histogram stretch does. It's basically a very extreme stretch. I think in other programs, the program PixInsight, for instance, it is marked by a nuclear symbol, like let's make it completely messy, but it at least shows everything that is in this data, and I can indeed see the Witch Head Nebula. Not sure if I can make it into a witch head structure or shape, but it's definitely there. You can also see a different topic of concern with shooting this image from my backyard. It's that bright stuff on the bottom. It's, I think, mainly light pollution and some murky stuff on the horizon, which is making this image look less optimal, let's call it that. Perhaps some background extraction can help. I'll just check the add dither option, and I just click generate. I want everything, so I don't want the tolerance to make any stuff disappear, and I'm going to click with my right mouse button where I see that dusty stuff in my histogram stretch. Something like this. Let's compute the background. And bam. Nice. Let's apply it. And let's go back to the auto stretch. I think I like this. So I'm not going to do any further editing on this. It's just far too little data. I should really aim my William Optics GD81 at this region in space once more and shoot some red, green and blue to make this into a color picture. Although I probably will then only use the color data for the stars. So some more luminance might be wise as well. But unfortunately my William Optics GD81 is now, let's say, unused. But I think I need to do some purchasing or something. My ASI Air Plus, the 32 gigabyte version that was on that scope, is now on its way to China. There's a issue with that ASI Air device. It doesn't boot up anymore. I've no idea why, but as you have seen potentially in my 2023 recap video, if you haven't, then you can probably find it up there. I'll mention that the last quarter of 2023 was just awful. There was so much rain, clouds and stuff. I only imaged once, I think, if I recall correctly. Well, let me look that up. I have this sheet in my Google Drive, which has the ASI Air logs in it. So 2024 was already nice. I did some imaging last night as well, so I can put an X there. And it also shows me, if I go to 2024, it makes this nice graph for me. So 2023, let's look at it. Yeah, see, the last 3 months I only imaged on one night, and the rest was unusable, or at least it didn't align with my personal life. And over the entire second half year of 2023 I imaged 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 9 times. 9 times, only 9 times. 2024 we are already up to 7. So just 2 more clear nights and I have used my telescope, my one telescope, more than the entire second half of 2023. Okay, we're getting back into a ramble mode. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, we were doing the Witch Head Nebula. I should probably image that more, but first I would either have my ASI Air back or repaired and well, or I might want to purchase something else or try to tinker with something, try to work with Nina or something. I've never done that. I'm not really a ZWO fanboy or something, but I just never have used anything else. So we'll see. Witch Head Nebula. We've seen the Witch Head Nebula appear on my screen. I hope you liked it. If you did, then probably you know what to do with the YouTube buttons somewhere down there, right? There's this like and subscribe. Especially the like is very helpful, because it will then let YouTube know that this is apparently a video that people like, and in return it will get shown to more people. So that would help me out as well. As I mentioned last time, these Stacking Sunday videos are also taking away my time for producing other videos. So I'll stop this recording now and I'll go and draft me up some nice thumbnail to go with it, and then immediately go back to work on my other videos, because I have several that are in pre-production, but it takes very long. Yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching, and let's hope that these clear nights will continue and this January will be better than half of 2023. See ya.